With leaves its shadow behind. A very good evening to one and all present here. Today, I'm about to give a speech on if I had a time machine. Seems pretty interesting, doesn't it? Now, how many of you wish to time travel? I bet there's a lot of you who crave to time travel. But do we have a machine for that? Or a portal? Sadly, scientists haven't yet found a method to create one. Although some of them say that it is only theoretically possible, scientists have said that it is practically too possible. And some of them have said that they have broken the barriers of time travel and they have claimed to have created one. Sadly, we don't know how far the news is correct, but we can only go on imagining and talking the scenarios, whether we can have a time machine or not. Some of us wish to go back to our ever beautiful moments and relive them, while some of us want to get ahead of time and meet our future husbands and wives. And some of you might think that I'm not talking according to my age. If I had the ability to time travel, I would have gone back in time and I would have prepared my speech way better than this. Anyways, we're just going to talk about, after having the ability to do so, what are the problems we're going to face. So now, some of us wish to go back in the past and undo our most regretful mistakes. And yes, yes, for instance. So if I had the ability, I would have gone back in time and I have a huge problem of solving math sums. I bet all of you must have also had. So I would just go back in time and hold the collar of that guy who found the variable x and nicely threaten him. I bet you'll all thank me in the future later. But here also we have another slight problem. We go back in the past and we kill our grandfather. Okay, everyone chill. This is only an example. We're killing our grandfather, which means our father wouldn't have been born. And if our father was never born, we would be unexistent. And if we were unexistent, we wouldn't have the ability to time travel and go back and kill our grandfather. Well, seems pretty weird, doesn't it? Even for me, after reading this, I felt weird. So this eerie theory came to be known as the grandfather paradox. Despite its title, the grandfather paradox does not only refer to one killing his own grandfather to prevent his birth. Rather, it also mentions any action that changes the past will be surely weird because it'll have a huge effect on your future. So, ladies and gentlemen, going back to the past and doing a slight change, it also means that you'll have a drastic effect on the future. So, as it is always said, the purpose of life is to go for it and look for newer and richer experience. So now we'll have a checklist. Fun, great. We had a lot of fun. Experiences, tick. And realization and knowledge of value of time because of the time machine, I bet we have to put a cross beside this one. Now, as I had mentioned, if I had the ability to time travel, I told that I would go back in time and I would prepare my speech better, which means that I didn't utilize the specific time given to me and I depended on the time machine to do so, which ultimately meant that I did not realize the value of time. Now, I'm sure most of you would have done the same. You would have extended your timelines and you would have gone back to the past and you would have changed, you would have used it according to your advantages. Or you would have also relied on a time machine to go back to the past and relive your memories. And you would just forget that it is a memory and not a reality. So even if you think of going to the past and you're having fun with your memories, you're going back and then you're reliving it, but you'll eventually forget that it is only a memory and it is not a reality. Reliving each memory is not the same as making it your reality. So it's just wonderful to see how God has created time for us. He created it in such a way that it never stops and no one would even dare to take advantage of it. And so if we had a time machine, we would lose the value of time. If time is lost, everything is lost. Some people give value to money more than time. But we all must realize that only time can give us everything. not money, not prosperity, not health. Time can give us money, prosperity, and health, but nothing can give us time. So, ladies and gentlemen, please use time wisely, as we mustn't regret the past or we mustn't depend on the future, but we must do what we have to do in the present. Over to the Master of Ceremony.